Hello everyone, I am the plane shifter fading to the universe of Pyre. Well, last few episodes were a lot of failures. I actually want to try Headwind's trial again. Maybe with more stamina I will do better. Let's try once or twice and then go into reading. Yes, Sandra. Let's do a scribe trial. You need to choose among those unenlightened fools with whom you travel. Let's go. Excellent, another opportunity to prey upon the nomad. Okay. It's against the whole triumvirate. Be careful. No! I missed. Missed. Oh, that was clever. I really need to run more. Okay. And stop being banished. Teh. Throw the ball. Nope. Did it. I need to use the trick of throwing the ball more often, especially when they are all within. No. Ah. Three, two, one, quickly. Dropped. Did it. Okay. The free spirit. Okay. Not good. Very bad. Ouch. Oh, he passed Jushodaria. Yeah, waste all your stamina. Perfect. Stamina conservation. Oh no, got banished before I could hit the Pyre. What a positioning. Yes! Did it! I did it! Let's start with a success. We did it! It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. And what do I get? MacLeod displays the downside for a reason, but in time here you can learn to eat, seek shelter, and find a certain beauty in unlikely places. Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? The Ghost Bracer. Hedwin powers cast his hour with great ease and gains infinite stamina for 2 seconds. Interesting. To find her mark, Sandra and the Sisters of the Ark first had to circumvent his loyal man-at-arms. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I think I'll be using Hedwin more often now. I want to liberate him. There's so much stuff. Living in exile. Let's see. In the words of John Ward Many, the Alpha Chief, once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called Chief. I traveled all the world over in my 4 good paws, and I was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it for you a little bit and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. MacLeod has placed the downside for a reason, but in time here you can learn to eat, to seek shelter, and to find a certain beauty in likely places. Oh, that's where the quote's from. Is this all I have for now? Yes. What's on this? This is the one I have marked. What's this? Black basing. Oh, so much information. In the words of Martin Millet, the Wild Witch, the continent we call Black Basin shall one day tear itself apart, arriving upon blackened mountain crags, tolerable only by the harped Triesta. We pressed onward towards the suffocating wood. The land felt to us somehow primordial. Deep in its roots and noxious crevasses lay innumerable clues as to its ancient history, but we had little time to excavate, for our supplies by then were thin. Further we were lost. Our best attempts at circumnavigation all had failed. It was Luz Clodion who reached out at last onto the stars, and they revealed the way. Then, we at least could see the sacred Mount Elodiel there in the distance. Mount Elodiel, still militant. Gaining the summit of the sacred Mount Elodiel involved a small amount of sacrifice and sorcery in varying proportions. The mountain energies were palpable, the sensation that we felt indescribable. The lands we stood upon were closer to the stars than the world we knew. Oh, so it's not just Rai that senses strange things on Mount Elodiel. It was upon this highest point in all the downside that we first made a force to concoct the stone, which you now read. It was there that we were stricken with a vision of the cycle of the rites and felt together, for the first, a sense of freedom like any we experienced before. But that is a subject in which our comrades shall illuminate in greater detail. Wait, I think I clicked wrong. Forsaken Lands. That's what I want to read. I'm confused by the stabs. Forsaken Lands. Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things in which all once written under the auspices chances of their mortality, which you yourself cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we learned much, and so we think this day. We earned the title Witch, and were forced to flee. Into the downside here, we encountered Soli and Mor, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. We paid us circumnavigate these lands and catalogue our findings. We felt strong desire to expose the secrets of this land. We wished to yield benefit to those who followed in our wake, and we chose both. Black Basin, Forsaken Lands. I can't go back for some reason. Oh, okay. It just cycles. So what about this? Living in exile. In the words of Joler Manymane, the Alpha Chief, I choose. Okay, I read that already. Forsaken Lands. What is this? Celestial Landmarks. Inspect. In the words of Louis Clorian, 100 Minds, the Scholar, do you feel a kinship with the stars? You owe your everything to them, perhaps one day even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge. For how is it that something can be shared but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond, but set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks which they revealed to me, so that someday I will reveal their mysteries to you. These landmarks and mysteries of the stars are 9 lenses through which we see the land and see ourselves in a new light. Interesting. The Book of Rights. That's Louis Clorian still. Much can be said about the Sisters of the Ark, whom we banished to the great beyond for deeds irredeemable. Suffice it that the details of their banishment are written in this book. The sisters in the book became inseparable, not unlike the stars, their light and the infinite darkness that engulfs them. The scars communicate to us, and you, in turn. The words within this book are but an edifice, a simple surface. Look past the tasks, to the hidden meaning, to the hidden power. The stars above are, as they are not mere lights. These are not mere words. If you change upon the sisters of the Ark within the prison here, give them our thanks. Wow, interesting. What about this? 9 triumvirates. In the words of Haup, the swallow, the accursed. At first I found it much difficult to read, much less to write, even to grasp the quill, but the horned one, Mor, implored me. He said this is the greatest gift that he could give me in return. In return for what, I asked? In return for his life, he said. But I did not save your life, I said. You did, he said. We fight about this still. Mor is stillborn more than I. Now herein, and by his leave, I chronicle the 9 triumvirates, for I am of this land unlike the rest who wish to leave. We knew not everyone could leave who wanted, seldom would the opportunity arise, thus did we organize this striving for chance into the 9 sets of 3. Nothing more. I believe I need to learn about them one by one. On Commonwealth, the word of Triesta Titlis, the Blessed Born. We the 8 assembled here together in the downside, and we gave our freedom so that you may yet have yours. It's an exchange we have not lightly made. It is my charge to ensure that you, should you regain your freedom, first off recognize its qualities and also use it wisely. You do not need a pair of wings in order to be free. My own wings, I once thought that they could take me anywhere, and then they took me here, where I am bound. It is your charge to be free and not to make the same mistakes. Spring from here and learn from what we did, and build a new and great society, a free society, with wings spread wide for everyone. Indeed, the more I learn about the Commonwealth, the more I hate it. And those are the scribes, the photos on the right pages. So Solian Moore was a demon. The Wild Witch, yep. Oh, this guy is a is a sap. It's his species. Okay. I read a lot. Let's move on. What is everybody doing? Lifting heavy objects, protecting his land. Oh, the same things as nothing changed. Belly rubs. Can I pull these things? No, I don't want to go there. I cannot. She's humming softer. Yeah. Training to Hake, training to Zoe, she's nearby. He's nearby. Composing ballads. Yeah, do that. Arguing with a phantom. Let's survey Highwing Cove. After having reached the strange outcroppings of Highwing Cove, you volunteer to survey the grounds. You prepare to head out. The high road, the next of Trieste, is patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. The cliffs here form a natural barrier, creating a suitable environment for the harps. However, your companions beat you to it in this case. At ease, reader. We shall conduct the survey this time. They depart, leaving you to rest up. When they later return with nothing much to report, you are feeling better, and in the midst of deciding which of your vocations to pursue. Let's study in private. Okay. Pleasant quickness. I want pleasant presence. Didn't do it again already. The texture of the page of the book, the foreign bindings, despite the volume's age, it shows so little thing of wear. At times, the power emanating from it almost overwhelms you. Spirits comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Tenacity. Oh, rank 2 of 2. All light wings gain +2 presence. Oh, interesting. I did it before. And I do want presence. Lots of presence. Especially when I still have Jodariel. Let's go. The next of Trieste. What are they doing here? I was finding strange. I remember how picked the snake guys. Oh, more pages revealed. Let's take a look inside. Oh, hi Hedwig. You'll be on the next right. You find Hedwig rather lost in thought about something. He looks over as you approach. Oh, hey my friend, alright, so what's going to be? He points in the direction of his cooking tins, strewn over in the corner of the wagon. One of life's smallest comforts around here is we get to eat. Not a day goes by that I'm not grateful for it, but there is only so much to choose from, whether here in Black Basin or anywhere around, I guess. Back grass, all that stuff. Anyway, I was just having trouble trying to decide what to cook. Just had fire caps again last night, and those never seem to sit that well with everyone anyway. There is no more glop Jill, not that one of anyone's but Tizo ever liked that stuff. And I feel like we've been having gutter crabs every day for months, so I'm not too excited about that. This is where you come in, and no consulting books or stars or anything, just you and me here now, what am I making? You decide because I can't. I know there's a lot of serious stuff to think about these days, but so help me, no one's struggling to regain their freedom on an empty stomach. An acquired taste, acquired mostly through a prolonged and desperate stay within the downside. A notorious dish that Hadwin has perfected to the upper limits of its capacity to not be terrible. Gutter crabs. This inoffensive option has the added benefit of putting some lucky gutter crabs out of their misery. It's exceedingly difficult to choose from all the delectable meals options in the downside. Let's go with lead porridge. You ask Hadwin to prepare another batch of his lead porridge for the group. He eyes you warily as you requested, searching you for any trace of irony. Alright, my friend, never took you for this suit porridge type, but so be it. I guess even after all this time, we still have much to learn about each other. Now, lend me a hand here with this stuff, would you? You assist Hadwin preparing the lead porridge, and the two of you get to talking about the past. The reality of cooking in the downside has a way of making things nostalgic. Life on the Blue Border wasn't that much easier than trying to get by down here. The high-wing remnants could swoop in at any time. They were so good at picking the worst possible occasions for us. The time they showed up and I was nowhere to be found, I must have told you about that. Yes, he has spoken to you of his past as an outrider once before. Well, either way, I don't think I ever told you much about Ficani. Someone from whom Hadwin cares deeply. They were separated in the Commonwealth. The harpy you love. I was riding to relay an order when she caught me out in the open. She could have had me, but we just stood there, you know. I'd never seen anything like her. In her voice, she says to me, "You ought to be more careful with your life." And I just say, I'm not the type to say such things, but it's all I could think of. Looking at her then and just tell her it was worth the risk. Anyway, she spared my life, of course, and when we saw riders heading towards us, I looked at her, she took hold of me, and we just took off. I didn't want to leave her, and I didn't, for a while. The trail's off for a while. Soon after I came back, I went off in search for her again. This time though, the risk I took, a lot of people paid for it. The harps attacked when no one was there to raise the alarm. A few days later, Hadwin the deserter was sentenced to exile. And now he's about to cook some slit porridge. Thanks for your help, my friend. I can take it from here. See you shortly. He heads out on the afternoon. You sense he feels more at ease after having spoken with you. He has plus 2 hope for the next ride. Nice. With thanks for his slit porridge. There's new stuff here. There for them. I will speak to them. Well, our leader comes to me again. To what do I owe the pleasure? Nothing on your mind? Okay, farewell. Farewell. Now then, I think I'll do the right, and then I will read. Jodaria is training silence. He's nearby. He's surveying the grounds. She's surveying the grounds, and throwing out battle cries. Yes, of course. Lost in thought. That's interesting. Checking the wheels for mites. Warming up. Lost in thought. Surveying the landmark. You know, I only have 10 minutes. I'll do the right next episode. This is a reading episode. The 8 scribes inspect. Golgotonian Master General. We found each of the others in due time, by fate, not by coincidence. The wise Luz Claudium stood among the trees, gazing at the stars expecting us. The wild witch Militel was so enthralled by my lieges that her transformations she stayed as sorceress. Blessed born Triestas will put down upon us, but to warn of imminent attack. The many men and John Huertos intervened and shared with us his humor and his hunt. Even under King Ord himself sought out an audience with us, thus we became the Eight, and journeyed on together. And here it's shining. The next of Trieste. Los Clorian, the ashen effigy at the Nightmare Titan, Shilva's horse-headed, looms as dark as ever on the precipices of Black Basin, where her chaotic influence sundered the land itself until it swept with fire. The very instant that our graceful friend Trieste Tits finally laid to rest the greater Titan, with the power of the holy scepter of the Empire, the stars shone down upon us all with blinding light. Trieste thought that she could be near her children in the warmth there, but alas, now the stars revisit that locale with regularity. The fissures in the rock do pose more dangers than one ought invite, but the summons to the nest is to be honored. Alright. Book of Rights. Thank you. Read everything. And so far, I'll call this an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Plane Shifter, and I'm phasing out.